Hello everyone, I'm ThomasWoodenRailway and I want to welcome you all to yet another season update from my Wooden Railway series, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Wooden Railway Adventures. Well, it has been a busy couple of weeks here at Geekray24 Studios. I've been working hard to finish up the last couple of episodes for Season 13, and now here we are for the Season 14 update. And I really like these season updates because it allows me to talk to you all on a more personal level than I get to do in any of my other videos. So, before I begin, like I always do, I want to thank you all so much for your support and your viewership. It genuinely means the world to me, and I want to thank you all so much just for everything you guys do. You make me feel very special. And I also want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year coming up here in just a few days. So I have a lot to talk about in this season update video, so I'll try to keep this as short as possible, which you all know it's very hard for me to do once I get talking like this. But as you guys know, before I begin, actually, I want to say, if you haven't watched the last couple of Season 13 episodes before this, you should probably go do that, otherwise some things may be spoiled for you. But in the comment section of those videos, I've gotten a lot of questions about, what's going to happen after this season. There's a lot of plot lines and story ideas that are kind of floating around. What's going to happen with Sailor John? Where's Logan headed? All of this stuff, for a lack of a better term, that needs to be resolved. And probably the most common question I've gotten is there going to be a movie following Season 13? And I'm going to discuss that and a lot of different other ideas in this Season 14 update video. So let me begin by just saying that Season 13 was kind of an experiment for me. I made a lot of different changes in the off-season. The most noticeable was the introduction of the CGI engines that you see in front of you here for the majority of the main cast, including Thomas. And I didn't know how this was going to play out. It would have been very easy for me to just, put out a couple of polls on Twitter and ask people what they thought. But really the only way to figure out if something's going to work or not is if you actually do it. So I went into this season thinking, this could work out really well, or this could crash and burn. And based on the feedback that I've gotten, I would have to say that the high majority of you are, I would say, satisfied with the CGI models. Maybe you like them a lot, maybe you don't. Personally, I really like them. I feel like they have revitalized my series. They've kind of rejuvenated me as well. And it's been really fun using all of these different CGI models, even kind of the weird ones like Blue Ben back there, but that's another story. Anyway, so before anybody asks, I would like to say that I'm going to keep these CGI models for the foreseeable future. I may continue to add CGI models here and there where I see fit. For example, if a new CGI model of a certain character came out soon, I may add them to my series and replace the old one that I have lying around. I don't know, that's just an idea I have. But anyway, I just wanted to confirm that this season was a little bit of a test to see how everything worked out, and I'm pretty happy with the results, and you guys seem satisfied as well, so I'm going to keep the CGI engines in my series. Now to answer the question that's been burning on everybody's minds. Will there be a movie following the Season 14 update? It's hard to believe it's been 13 seasons already. So I could go on and on talking about this topic, but I guess I'll just put it plain and simple. No, there is not going to be a movie after Season 13. Now you may be thinking, well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, with all of these storylines that, you're trying to wrap up here, wouldn't it make sense to just do a giant movie where it features all of these engines and you kind of wrap up the whole Sailor John thing, maybe you can discuss a little bit of Logan here and there? And honestly, I have to agree with you. It would make perfect sense to do a movie right about now. But for some unforeseen reasons, I'm being forced to not do a movie and simply move along with my series in actually a relatively immediate matter. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be starting Season 14 here in just a couple of days, actually. This is probably one of the quickest turnarounds I've ever had for my series, and that's saying something because very early on, it was constant uploads to say the least. So I'm going to be starting season 14 here in just a couple of days, actually with a New Year's Day episode. And the main star of that episode is going to be this little engine right here. All of you guys know Millie. She is a character from the TV series, and she was briefly mentioned in the final seconds of the season 13 finale, How Gator Stole Christmas. So season 14 is going to start on New Year's Day with an episode called New Year, New Millie. Kind of a play on words with the saying New Year, New Me. It's going to have to do with New Year's resolutions, which are particularly popular around the world, I think more so in America. So there you guys have it. The first episode of season 14 is actually going to be coming very, very quickly, and it's going to, I wouldn't say star, but Millie's going to be one of the main characters in that episode. So what this means, since I am pretty much putting my series on hyperdrive and getting started once again on a brand new season, this means that I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to upload any other videos in the next 4 or 5 days, if that's all it gives me. So the only other video that's going to be uploaded between now and New Year's Day before season 14 starts is actually a video I've never done before. It's different to another video that I've mentioned in another season update that talked about videos I'd never done before. That had to do with a music video idea, and kind of due to copyright reasons, I kind of put that idea on hold for now. But this new idea is something that I've never done before. So I think some of you will like it, some of you may not like it, but I'm actually going to upload a blooper reel for my series. I've gotten requests for that in the past, and so starting with this season, I've kept all of my bloopers, and believe me, there are a lot of them. It's actually probably more than you guys are expecting. I haven't finished editing the video as of today, but it's going to be really, really long. I think longer than you guys are thinking. So, like I said, maybe some of you guys will like that video, maybe some of you won't. Like I said, it's a type of video I've never done before, but you guys get to see me mess up throughout all 15 episodes of season 13. And if I'd had the time, I probably would have included bloopers from a potential movie in there as well. So that's going to be coming in about 2 days. And then, like I mentioned before, we're going to be starting season 14 pretty much immediately with the episode New Year, New Millie. So season 14 is going to kick off on New Year's Day, and I am planning on having the season continue into the springtime from these winter months here in the United States. And I actually haven't filmed at this time of year in a really long time. If you go back and look at all my upload dates for my past couple of seasons, I've been on this terrible cycle of I usually upload a lot in the summer through the fall, and then it kind of fizzles out towards the winter and into the spring, and then right around summer I start uploading a lot again, and then the cycle repeats itself. So what that means is a lot of episodes have been filmed in June, July, August, September. Not a lot of episodes have been filmed recently in January, February, March, the time of year that we are coming up on right now. So one of the reasons I have elected not to do a movie is because I want to focus some episodes on some specific holidays / just important dates on the calendar that are coming up. For example, New Year's Day being one of them, but also I am planning on including a Valentine's Day episode in season 14, a St. Patrick's Day, maybe even an April Fool's Day. Like I said, those aren't really holidays, not as big as Christmas or anything, but at the same time, you know, they're important days on the calendar that could create for some very interesting episodes. So that's pretty much the main reason that I'm foregoing a movie right now, because for those of you who don't know, a movie like Claw of the Law or Oliver's 11, it takes weeks, even months of filming, writing the script, editing, and uploading. It's not something that can be done on a weekend coming up. So I'd rather keep my series moving in the direction that it's headed and forego a movie at this point. But as of right now, as of December 27th, I do want to upload a movie following season 14, whenever that may be. As of right now, I'm planning on season 14 lasting from January probably through April into May, but we all know how notoriously inconsistent I am with my uploads. But that's one thing else I'd like to talk about. On the last couple episodes, pretty much the last half of the season, for season 13, I've been uploaded in a pretty regular fashion. And if I may say so myself, I'm pretty proud about that. You guys have been happy about that. I know it's tough to watch a series when the episodes come, once every month or so, and I really don't like doing that. But, this is a hobby for me, and I try my best to get episodes out when I can. And fortunately, I was able to make my Christmas deadline and uploaded How Gator Stole Christmas, and now we're just gonna keep the momentum going, and we're gonna upload a New Year's Day episode as well. So you guys can leave any extra comments you have, or questions or anything like that in the comment area below, and I'll be sure to answer them. I could talk about some future video ideas that I have, but honestly, that's so far out in the future that, the more and more I talk and the more far out we go, it just becomes less and less likely that those video ideas are uploaded when I say they're going to be uploaded. For example, I know a lot of you probably have gotten used to me uploading the season 13 episodes, once every 3 days or so, but season 14 is going to start off a little slower. For example, I'm only planning on uploading like 3 videos in January and then probably like 4 more in February. So it's going to get off to a slow start. But then as we hit March, April, maybe even May, hopefully the uploads will come in faster, and hopefully by no means will, be stuck with a really long wait time or anything like that. So that's the hope. That's the plan for what I have right now. Obviously, everything I've just said is subject to change because life is really unpredictable, and I'll do my best trying to keep an upload schedule that's fairly regular, but I've been saying that since like season 8, and look where it's gotten me. So, I guess that pretty much wraps up this season 14 update. Following season 14 in, April, May, maybe even June, there's a lot of different ways I could go. Like I said, I want to do a movie. I'm hoping I'll do a movie since I'm skipping out this time. And after that movie, hopefully there will be another blooper reel if this one goes well. I could do a number of things. I could upload some more Thomas Wooden Railway discussions. I have some sets I want to review. I could even do remakes, for example. I've acquired a decent amount of Thomas Trackmaster stuff, which some of you are probably like, what? Like, his name's Thomas Wooden Railway. That doesn't make any sense. But over the past year and a half or so, I've acquired a decent amount of Trackmaster stuff, so I think it would be fun maybe to do a layout video of my Trackmaster stuff. So who knows? There's a lot of different directions things could go. Like I haven't really said this, but I'm always hoping for the next season. So following season 14, I'm hoping for season 15, but you never know. So as far as season 14 goes, I guess I'll just make one more note. Since the season is starting so quickly and there's no movie in between, I am going to keep the layout you see here. So like I did for seasons 9 and 10, I used the same layout for 2 seasons. I'm going to do the same here because I actually really like this layout. It's a lot of fun to film on, and I don't feel like it needs to be changed. It's not like we need a new layout or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure that question was in the back of a couple of people's minds, but there you have it. With such a quick turnaround in the next season, I don't have time to spend a week or two building a new layout, so we're just going to keep this one for the next episode that's going to be uploaded in like 5 days or so, which is pretty crazy. So, I guess I'll end this season 14 update. I know this video is really long, but I want to thank you all for watching. Like I've said this before, but you guys are just a huge inspiration for me. I want to thank you all so much for your support and your viewership. It really is a pleasure looking through all of your comments on the latest couple of videos and just seeing what you have to say. And hopefully I've done the Thomas fandom some good with my last couple of episodes, if you can even do that, because I know people out there are really hard to please, but I try my best, and I know my series isn't for everyone, but I want to thank you all so much for watching. It really means the world to me, and your support is unparalleled, to say the least. So, once again, I just want to say thank you all so much. Belated Merry Christmas to you all and Happy Holidays to everybody out there. And in just a couple of days, I'll see you all for the new year with Millie over here. So, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the new year in just a couple of days. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and bye-bye.